Today, Fun with Flowers and Jay is brought to you by Flowerland.
Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and Jay. Today on Fun with Flowers and Jay, I'll show you how I make container gardens, and we'll talk about color blocking and a fun way to theme your outdoor containers. I've been doing spring container seminars for Campbell's Nursery in Lincoln for over a decade. And so I thought today was a great time for us to talk about my theory behind creating outdoor container gardens. It's a great way for you to have a container garden or to enjoy flowers on your deck or patio, or maybe in a yard if you don't have a big area to plant. It's ideal for people in apartments because you can have your own little garden right in a container. So when I think about these, I always base them on color, just like I do my flower arrangements. What I try and do is block my colors together in the container garden. There's a conventional wisdom about planting container gardens where we talk about a thriller that goes in the center. So in this case, it's our pink flamingo grass, or over here, it's a black grass that actually has a great big bloom that's going to come on it. The thriller goes in the middle of your container garden. Then we have spillers, like this licorice vine. This licorice vine is going to grow out and it's going to go down onto the ground. So it's going to spill out of the front of our container. The calibrachoa, the purple flower in the front, is going to do the same thing. It's going to spill out of the container. So we have a thriller in the middle, spillers on the outside, and in between, we fill in a filler. So thriller, filler, and spiller. With this one, I've used different tints, tones, and shades of pinks and peaches. We've got dark pink, light pink, some peach tones. We even have some ornamental kale in here because when it gets to be fall, we're gonna have some nice big heads of kale in there. And that's gonna be another pretty aspect of this container garden as it travels through the seasons. Now let's look at this one. Our spiller here is this black sweet potato vine. That black sweet potato vine is going to trail out down along the ground just like the licorice vine. We also have other different types of plants that have a gray texture like our licorice vine. Dusty Miller's a perfect example. So a lot of the things in this one are blacks, including my petunia or my ornamental pepper that's going to have little purple peppers on it. And so I need something to help punch up that color. That's why I use the chartreuse green coleus. The chartreuse green coleus is going to make all the other colors, including the blacks, bubble up and become more vibrant. Now let's take a look at this one. I've based this one on color too. It has purple with our calibrachoa, and I've used a perennial salvia. Don't be afraid to use perennials in your container gardens as well. At the end of fall, you can plant those perennials in your yard and then you'll have them the next year and you can start with something new inside your pot. I always look for texture too. I love this blue grass because it gives a great texture. And then I'm looking for fragrance with my heliotrope. That's going to attract butterflies, even hummingbirds. And to bring in a little bit more of the purple, I look for foliage plants too that'll help me have those great colors. One of the important things with blooming plants is to crowd them into your container garden. If you give them too much space, they'll spend a whole lot of time creating roots so they become root bound. If we crowd them, they'll start to bloom right away. So remember, making all those extra roots isn't necessarily something you can visually enjoy. If you crowd a few more flowers in, you'll have more profuse blooms. One more thing to remember, is pinching back your flowers. When I planted this one, I pinched back my petunias. I know that really hurts our heart because we're taking off those blooms, but you'll notice I removed one bloom and I've already got two, which means that when I pinch back my flowers, they're gonna bloom more profusely. So as soon as you put them in, give them a pinch. Right now, I'll go through here and cut out these zinnias, and I'll have more profuse zinnia blooms for the rest of the year. Outdoor container gardens and plants are one of my favorite things. For the past couple years, Kelly and I have had the opportunity to be at the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival on Mother's Day weekend. I perform down there and give programs about flowers. It's really great to see all the different gardens that they have. Interestingly enough, this year, they put us at Animal Kingdom so that we could enjoy a savanna view. Now I have to tell you, there's nothing better than sitting out on your deck and looking at giraffes and zebras. These guys sit on my deck. So at night, I go out and sit amongst the flowers. But here's a fun way to involve your kids in your outdoor container garden planting. Maybe you have a special theme. I remember the giraffes, because the giraffes were always out eating every morning while we were having our coffee. I'm gonna miss that. But I can incorporate some giraffes and some zebras into my container gardens. If your kids have special action figures or special things they're interested in, you can add those as well. But then, every day, when I'm looking out on my container gardens, it's like I'm sitting at that window back at Animal Kingdom. It's just another fun way for you to incorporate fun with flowers into your life every day. Until next time, keep dreaming up great ideas about flowers.